Hi guys, welcome to LAB. Thanks for tuning back in. Hopefully you enjoyed my video last week where Jim Tyndall and I were talking all things law and careers in law at the beautiful Champagne Bar at MkII White. This week I am doing something totally different. I mentioned to you a couple of weeks ago that I was going to be doing a few more review type videos, and this week is a review of the EF Medispa in Edgbaston. So I was kindly sent along there earlier this week by East Village PR to try out their Radiofrequency Body treatment, which is basically like an all-over skin toning and tightening treatment with some fat burning benefits as well. So I'm going to show you the video of what happened when I went along there, and then I'm also going to come back to you at the end of this video and give you my thoughts on the treatment now that I am a few days after the treatment. So I'm going to warn you in advance, you are going to see me without makeup, which you might not have seen on this vlog, so apologies, but just keeping it all real here. So enjoy the Medispa review. If this isn't what you're into, then come back next week for some more law, but hopefully you'll enjoy it anyway. See you shortly. Okay, so I'm in this beautiful Medispa, which is really bright and airy and everything looks very medicinal and clean, and I've just had my initial consultation with the manager where she's talked me through the procedure, so I understand a little bit more about it now, and it looks like they're going to target specifically some of my problem areas. So apologies in advance if you don't want to see those, but I'm hopefully going to do a little bit of videoing when I'm in the radiofrequency treatment, and I'll try and talk you through a bit more about what it is and what they're going to do. Okay, so I'm just in my treatment at the moment after I had a chat with the clinic manager and we talked about my body type and what I want to achieve. We've decided to go for a combination of ultrasound and radiofrequency therapy, which is essentially a hot massage, which is a little bit weird when you first start, but once you get used to it, it's actually really nice and relaxing. And what that does is it heats up the fat cells in your problem areas and essentially melts the fat into your bloodstream so you can then flush it out later on. So that's the idea behind it. You need several treatments to actually see any kind of effect, but hopefully today I'm just going to give it a little test out and see what I think of it. I'll show you a little bit of what she's doing as well in just a second. Okay, so I'm on my way back from the Medispa, and that was really interesting. So it's very medicinal. It's not your traditional kind of beauty therapy place where they just do the basic treatments, facials, massages and stuff. It's all really scientific and tailored to your body type. So they don't have any prices online because every single treatment is bespoke in terms of the number of treatments that you need and the type of treatment that you need. So you can go in with an idea of what you want, but then you have a consultation and they will look at your body type and they will consider what you've told them and whether that's the appropriate treatment for you. And if it's not, they will recommend something else. So I had the ultrasound therapy today and the radio light therapy, which was really good. Actually, it's a little bit scary when you first start it because it feels really weird. It feels like you're being massaged way too vigorously with a metal object, but once it warms up, it's actually really nice and relaxing. And thankfully I don't have too many problem areas, but my main area is my stomach and love handle. So I just had the treatment on that area. You can have it on whatever area you want. You can have it on your back, legs, thighs, whatever, face even. So depending on what you want to achieve, you can tailor it entirely towards what you want. So it's not cheap. She quoted me somewhere in the region of £1,500 for 6 sessions, but it is obviously a really high-tech treatment which is tailored to your body type, and it's obviously got a lot of science behind it, and it's basically a replacement for an invasive therapy, so it's way above your standard massage or anything like that, and it's actually more akin to like liposuction or something. So as a surgical replacement, it's actually a cheaper alternative. And if you're not into surgical treatments like me, because we all know that is what I do for a living, and I see some really catastrophic surgical incidents, so something non-surgical is certainly appealing to me. But it is pricey. It's so pricey that I'm not sure if I can stomach it. But I really enjoyed it, and they're obviously really knowledgeable. They've got spas in Bristol as well as in London as well, and they've won a lot of awards for what they do, and they come really highly commended in beauty magazines. So I think that it is a good treatment, but it's just whether you can afford it or not, realistically. I really enjoyed my treatment there today, and I would go back, but perhaps when I'm feeling a little bit heavier in the wallet department, because I'm feeling a little bit light at the moment. So yeah, that was my trip to the MkII. Also, interestingly, I asked her about waist training, because I've always been a big believer in waist training. So whenever I go running or I'm in the gym, I put my waist trainer on, because I think this is going to help me shed pounds around the waistline. But interestingly, what she said was basically that is just a way of losing water in and around your waist. So you will notice an immediate difference because you'll shed loads of water, but then as soon as you take the waist trainer off, or you consume that water again when you get home from the gym, it will essentially just fill your waist back out again. So if you want to do waist training, then you have to do it religiously and never have a break, otherwise your waist will just go back to normal. Anyway, I'm back now, so I will leave it there, and I will see you in whatever I'm doing next. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed my little review of the MkII. I was going to show you the treatment, which I did video, but I wasn't really sure whether you're ready to see all of my stomach fat or not. So if you're interested in seeing how the actual treatment works, then message me and let me know and I will send it to you. But I've left that bit out just because I thought it was too much. But I'm now a few days post treatment, and they say that you should give it a few days before you will see any results, or you should give an opinion on what happened. So now that I'm a few days post, I just wanted to talk through what happened over the last few days. So I didn't get any side effects. There was a little bit of redness where the actual ultrasound had been over my body, but apart from that, nothing. I did go to the toilet religiously for about 24 hours after the treatment, which they said is totally normal, because you're supposed to drink loads of water, which I did, and also all the toxins are being flushed out of your body, so you are naturally going to have more to flush out than you would normally. So that wasn't really a big deal for me. It was fine. I actually felt very cleansed because I was being forced to drink more water than I normally would. So I didn't have any negative side effects, and I'm going to put up the before and after pictures that the lady sent me, who was the manager of the spa. So I'm going to put them up for you now. I've just put on the side profile ones because I think these probably are the ones which show the most difference, and I know it's only a tiny difference, but I could see a difference between the before and after photos. The after photo is obviously the one where I'm a little bit red, and you can just see a tiny loss from the front, I think. Now, the purpose of this treatment is not to get an instant result. You are supposed to have a course of a minimum of 6, so I wasn't expecting any kind of wondrous instantaneous results, but I actually think the fact that you can see a little result in just one treatment is pretty amazing. In terms of what I would say about the treatment, I am a big one for dieting and lifestyle management before you go into anything too scientific for weight loss. So if you do want to lose some pounds from wherever, whether it be your stomach or legs or arms or wherever it is that you carry fat, I would always say try and manage it first. Try and up your gym routine, get a personal trainer, watch your diet, and try and manage it that way for a little while. But if you've been doing that and you're finding that you've still got some residual fat that you just can't get rid of, then this might be a situation where this type of treatment might be applicable for you, because it's somewhere in between dieting and surgery, because surgery is mega invasive, loads of risks carried with that, whereas this is a much less or lower risk treatment. Obviously it's not the cheapest treatment in the world, but when you compare it to something like surgery, which is the next comparable treatment, then actually it's not too bad. So it's a lovely clinic, it's beautiful, like it's all very light and airy, and it's got a lot of science behind it. All the ethics behind it are really well tested, and it's an initiative that was set up in London and elsewhere in the UK, but this is the first one in Birmingham. So you can read all about it online. I'll link everything in the bio and description at the end. So I hope you've enjoyed this. As I said, I'm going to be doing a few more reviews, not all spas, there'll be restaurants, bars, all kinds of stuff, but let me know what you think of it, and if you do head down to the MkII Spa, please tell them I said hey. Alright guys, catch you next week, bye!